After hearing my informative speech, the audience will be informed on how the Japanese celebrate the spirits of the ancestors that return and visit their loved ones. Nobody really knows what happens after death. We have so many theories that suggest different things, such as reincarnation, going to heaven or hell, and many others. Spirits are believed to visit you from time to time. In Mexico, you have this holiday called El Dia de los Muertos, and in Japan, there exists something similar. In Japan, there are traditions that will make you realize the beauty of them, and you'll be learning something new about the Japanese culture. Unfortunately, on the month of October, an elementary friend of mine passed away, so learning something about death is personally comforting. When you travel to Japan, you'll hear about the Obon festival, which is a beautiful celebration of the souls. You'll find their preparations, history, and way of coping intriguing. So, let's take a look at some of the preparations that the Obon festival includes. Every culture has a different perspective on how they cope with people who pass away. And in Japan, the spirits of the ancestors who pass away are celebrated during the Obon festival. What does Obon mean? Obon is a Japanese Buddhist custom that celebrates the spirits of the ancestors. This event may take place on August 13 through 16, but for the year of 2021, it'll take place on August 13 through 15. This event includes people dressing up, people visiting graves, people bringing food to their ancestors, and people lighting regular floating or water lanterns. Each lantern costs $10 each, and you light a lantern in order to welcome back the ancestral spirits back home. Now that we learned some of the preparations, let's take a look at some of the history. In America, we tend to celebrate those who have served this country. In fact, Veterans Day just passed. And in Japan, they have a similar historic concept linked to the Obon festival. In 1945, during World War II, American forces dropped an atomic bomb on the city of Hiroshima on August 6, and another bomb was dropped on the city of Nagasaki on August 9. So these tragedies bring memories to those who are celebrating Obon. Toronagashi honors Obon. It honors Obon, which is the celebration of the which is a celebration where the spirits come back and spend time with the living. Toronagashi is a traditional ceremony in which participants float paper lanterns down a river, ocean, or lake. Tom Sawamoto and his friends made 58 paper lantern boats in order to honor the victims of a 1910 avalanche. Death in general is a very controversial topic, especially how you react to it. Some may react by crying, others may not react at all. So let's take a look at how the Japanese cope. The Japanese people tend to cope in a joyful, they tend to cope in a peaceful way, but at the same time, a joyful way. So let's take a look at how they cope. Obon includes Japanese related culture, which sometimes is held in a Buddhist temple. In the basement of a temple, Suitawa had a table of art for sale, and it included shadow origami boxes. During the festival, Jackie Pierce took the stage with more than a dozen pupils whom she instructed Abonodori dancing. It's quite beautiful how the Japanese celebrate the spirits of their ancestors. Um, uh, Spirits of their ancestors. They It's sad, but at the same time, it's beautiful because people gather around and celebrate with art, food, and dancing. Personally, it was pretty hard accepting the fact that my friend had passed away. Um, However, I know that he would have wanted me to live my life to the fullest. So, learning about these traditions is personally comforting. So, I am going to light a candle for him in order to honor him. Thank you for listening.